Greetings. I'm George Boston Rhines with the Get To Free Press. Today is Saturday, February the 23rd, 2019. I just left the Valdosta Library on the north side. I was asked to speak for Black History Month. Several other speakers spoke, two from the university, Reverend Floyd, Rose, and myself. As I was speaking, I thought about Kenneth Johnson and Jacqueline Johnson, because they lost their son. They lost their child, who was a student at Lowndes County High School. No justice has been received, and they did not give up in seeking justice concerning Kendrick K.J. Johnson. Many people play with Dr. King's birthday. Many people play with Black History Month. But how many black people here in Valdosta and Lowndes County will embrace the mother and father who lost their son and refuse to just ignore how their child died? We look out into the field of the religious communities, among the Christians, among the Muslims, among the Jews, Hindu, Jehovah's Witnesses, and others. Very few people will even say boo. But I want to thank these parents and the family for standing up and seeking justice. For all those who would criticize this family, again, I'm George Boston Rhines. And I say to you, you who criticize them, let's just imagine if they had not begged, because they did have to beg, just to ID their own son. They had to fight to get a few questions answered. And if they would have done just like many other Negroes here in Valdosta, they wouldn't have asked no questions. They would not have known that there was a botched investigation. They would have not known about the video footage, and that the people responsible for recording in the schools failed, but no disciplinary action have been taken to date. If they had not asked questions, they would believe what the first autopsy told them was correct, that there was no bruises, that there was nothing on that young man's body. If they had believed, like many other Negroes who have lost their loved ones in the Lowndes County Jail and in other situations, just did not fight for justice. One other thing, and I'll close. They would not have known that his heart was missing. His brains was missing. All major organs were missing. His clothes unaccounted for. And that's just a few things. So as I celebrate and spoke today about Black history and the accomplishment of Black people, I would be remiss if I did not mention Kendrick K.J. Johnson's parents. They have sat down with other mothers and fathers who've lost their children across this nation. They have traveled. They have been on major news media outlets, all because they stood up. And I'm going to say to you, in times like these, we need real black folk. And if you elect a black person to office, and if they cannot stand up in your community when you need them the most, then you need to vote them out of office. This is Black History Month, and since they asked me to speak at the library along with other professors, I had to come out here and profess that I love strong black people. I love strong black pastors who will stand up, strong black imams, and strong white professors. One brother today, a white Caucasian, he told the truth about Valdosta historically. And I say to you, you should have been there today. But I'm going to put it on YouTube because I recorded it. No news media was there. Because I said it before, black news is not white news here in Valdosta in Lowndes County. Y'all have a nice day, and may God bless you. Bye-bye.
Database, 11 months, my son was found at Lowndes High School, rolled up in a mess. I was at that school the day they found my son. They treated us like nobody from day one. They're still treating us like nobody. But we declare that we're here to stay. We ain't going nowhere. They want us to leave, and when we leave, it's gonna be when they give us justice for my son. my son was found at Lowndes High School, rolled up in a mess. I was at that school the day they found my son. They treated us like nobody from day one. They're still treating us like nobody. But we declare that we're here to stay. We ain't going nowhere. They want us to leave, and when we leave, it's gonna be when they give us justice for my son.
Amen. We want to thank everyone for coming out, supporting our family. But I want to know, they are known to use us and tear down our character. But Kendrick, that they can't do.
Amen.
Kendrick was at school where he was supposed to be.
Amen.
And out of 3,000 students, plus teachers, plus a school with resource officers at the school.
Yes.
How in the world can a student go missing during school
Yeah.
and be murdered at school?
My mind.
As you all know, his organs was missing. But let me tell you a little bit about that. It's from the top of his head to his pelvis was missing. Yeah, the brain, his windpipe, his tongue, his heart, and everything else inside of his body was missing.
My Lord.
So I want the justice system to tell me, how is it that all of that is going on with his body, someone is not charged with something?
Amen. Yeah.
It can't be.
My God. Cannot be.
You mean to tell me, from the time he was last seen on that surveillance camera, within 15 or 20 minutes, he gonna cut off all of his fingernails till they start to bleed. He gonna scroll his photos around the gym. He gonna throw the shoe over inside the mat and say, I think I'll go over there and get it now. So how is it one shoe inside the mat and the other one's away from the mat? And then he gets inside the mat, gets stuck, and then I guess the pair of shoes that he had on his feet, he kicks them off.
Makes no sense.
How can that be?
It's a lie.
It's a lie.
And other than that, the clothes that he had, what he dressed out in, how's the data missing? From the clothes he had on, from when they took him to make him to the crime lab, how come that they are missing? So out of all this stuff that's going on, why isn't someone arrested for something?
Amen. How long?
So is it the whole system in together? Because it ain't no way in the world that y'all don't see something. Thank you.
KJ! Who killed KJ? Come on! Who killed KJ? Who killed KJ? Thank you. KJ! All right.
Today makes 11 months my son was found at Lowndes High School, rolled up in a mess. I was at that school the day they found my son. They treated us like nobody from day one. They're still treating us like nobody. But we declare that we're here to stay. We ain't going nowhere. They want us to leave, and when we leave, it's gonna be when they give us justice for my son.
Amen.